Because I have a very simple legacy formula. It's very simple. I was not great at math. You don't have to be for it. It's simple. Championships divided by teams you played for is how great your legacy. The higher the number on the far right column, the greater your legacy is. But now KD, 2 championships, but he's been on 5 teams at this junction in time. Your legacy is dependent upon how many championships you win and how many teams did you have to play for to do it. That's my simple legacy equation. I ain't got to get into all the gyrations and all the motions and all the debates. How many chips did you win? Good morning, beautiful people. We have drama, we have trouble brewing here in Los Angeles in the facility. Kevin Durant, he saw that and he shot back. I had to kick out a Kevin Durant apologist, that is Shady McCoy. I had to enter TJ Houshmandzadeh, 12-year, if I'm not mistaken, NFL veteran, to replace him. No, in all honesty, Shady's out there handling some business. Y'all know James Jones. Y'all know Rick Bucher. I'm not lying to y'all at home. I am under siege. I am under attack. Kevin Durant, I want to show y'all what KD said in response to that video. Take a look at it. He said, according to the great Kevin Durant's legacy formula that was created in the best labs at MIT, though Kevin Durant went to University of Texas as I did, Emmanuel is the worst linebacker of all time. You sure you want to listen to this guy about greatness? Now, here's the thing. I wasn't the best linebacker of all time, but the worst is a far stretch, KD. Again, I said my legacy formula. I said championships divided by number of teams played for equals your legacy meter. Rather than having to debate with everybody and they mom and them about legacy this and legacy that, I deduced a very simple formula for you all. How many championships did you win? How many teams did you play for? And the higher the number, the higher the final score, the greater the legacy. You see Kevin Durant there at the bottom. You see Kobe Bryant up there at the top. But again, that's a small list. I didn't include the likes of Dirk Nowitzki. I didn't include the likes, rather, of Michael Jordan, amongst other people. Like any rule, there are exceptions. Don't have time for the exceptions. But James, what I have time for is this. Whenever somebody in the family is under attack, you got kids, you got kids, you got kids. 100%. You would hope the family, bang!
1,000.
Would rally around you, bang!
1,000.
And support you. So, James, I know the answer, but I just want to confirm in front of the general public, the national audience.
100%.
Whose side are you on? Your boys? Or the person you don't know in Kevin Durant? I just wanted to confirm publicly for the whole world to see.
No doubt. And I don't know KD like that. I just watch KD.
And you know your boy.
And I know how special your boy is.
My dog, James Jones.
I don't even know really why this is.
A question.
A question.
You know what I mean?
Because even when I seen it on Twitter yesterday, I'm like, hey, man, they at each other. And you, my dog.
Here.
100, 100.
All day.
But I got to ride with KD. I got to ride with KD on this one, dog. You know, and I get it. I mean, shoot, KD can't put up graphics. I don't know if he got a graphic designer, you know, so he ain't put his graphic up yet. But Kevin Durant, man, is one of the coldest basketball players we've ever seen play this game.
He is.
A top 10 basketball player of all time, in my humble opinion.
One of the
two-time champion, two-time Finals MVP.
Two-time Emmy winner?
Two-time
Emmy winner?
Show.
Talk show. We listen resumes.
And you my dog. You have accomplished a lot. But you know what? Mama teaches us a lot on this show, right?
What Mama tell you, Jay?
And Mama say sometimes.
I don't like what Mama say no more.
Sometimes you got to keep it real with your friends. You got to let your friends know when they're wrong, and you got to let your friends know when they're right. In this situation,
Jay,
in my humble opinion, I'm going to say my dog that sits up here on the desk with me every day is wrong in this situation. I'm riding with KD.
I can't believe.
You know,
just when you think you know a guy,
it was hard, man. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't sound that hard.
You know, now, KD, I might not.
You waited all it.
KD, I might not be here tomorrow, KD. So you know, look out for your boy. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, so the Rockets do need a new tooth. The Rockets might be looking for a new tooth guard.
Assistant coach, ball boy, on that, you know?
Slick, I've been betrayed. I'm shocked.
It was tough, man.
I'm appalled.
It was tough, dog.
Heartbroken.
Done.
Dejected, been rejected.
I've been there. I mean,
but Slick, bang.
Bang, yes, Slick.
Whose side are you on?
Team Acho.
My dog, Slick.
Team Acho. Look, he presented a very creative way to determine legacy. right? And he didn't go to MIT or any other institute of higher learning to figure out this formula. And, well, he came up with it all on his own. I applauded it yesterday, thought it was one of the nerdiest things I'd ever heard, but I thought it was beautiful. KD clapped back, did it in a fun and entertaining way. So it's not any love lost for KD. I mean, I really thought that was a clever way to come back. And more than anything, the two of them gave us some entertaining material at a very lean part of the sports calendar. But I'm going to go Team Acho because he's the one who started it. He's the one who was the instigator.
First punch.
And
That's
KD just came in and joined the party.
Oh, I feel you.
My dog Slick. My dog Slick.
You guys got room on this side
That's
of
my
the
big. We might have to.
Okay.
It's my big dog Slick. I know what side Shady would have.
I'm surprised by you, Slick.
No doubt.
So you a throw first punch type dude, huh?
Oh, are you kidding me?
But here's the thing.
Hey, so Slick bomb first, huh?
Here's the thing.
Gotta get it in.
I don't know, TJ, that I threw a punch. You know what they say about hit dogs. What a hit dog gonna do is gonna holler.
Fair.
I just created a legacy formula. Crazy enough, it applies to every player that's ever played any game. So the fact that KD felt hit by it, again, you could apply this formula to any player. Obviously, there are outliers to any rule. There are exceptions to any rule, but it wasn't even a punch necessarily for me, TJ.
No, it was a punch. Yeah, it was a punch.
Because he was at the bottom of the graphic.
It was
he
a
was
punch.
at the bottom.
And it was one of them good jabs, too, T. You know what I mean? One of them good jabs. You know what they... I don't really know what... It was one of them good jabs because he basically said that Dirk, since he's been on one team with only one championship, his legacy is greater than KD's legacy because he's been on 5 different teams. And he has 2 championships and 2 finals MVPs and a league MVP.
Yeah.
And he's saying his leg. So it is a little jab. We're not saying it's a punch. It's a jab. You know what I'm saying? Because
here's why. Here's why, James. Because he built that list and he saw how it came out.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, we got to put this. We got to put this out there."
he knew when he was building it.
T, break the tie.
Throwing a jab that was going to land.
Break the tie for us. Kevin Durant, his side, your boy.
Yeah, I'm interested.
My side.
Hear what T
Now,
said.
mind you, T wasn't here yesterday.
Yeah.
So T is digesting this information in real time in front of you all at home, in front of us in real time. Break the tie, T.
So initially, as you guys know, I was going to play Switzerland. I was going to be neutral in this. I'm like, no, I'm not picking a side. Then Acho gets on, and Shady's a KD apologist. And since I'm in Shady's seat,
You, come on.
I'm going to rock with Shady in this. I'm with KD.
We got to keep it real, though,
This is what I like about KD is how many superstars like KD would respond to that. They would just kind of let it go, be upset. He responds to a lot. And this a lot gives us this conversation to talk about. The LeBrons, the Steph Curry, they just water off a duck's back. Okay, it is what it is. He better not speak to me when he see me out in public type. But KD responds. But I'm hoping we can bring these two Texas Longhorns together.
Hey, that's the realest take right there.
No more
What's
UT
all
on
the
you.
beef?
What's up with this, right?
What's all the
What
beef,
happened?
man?
Hook 'em.
Now that's the realest take, T. You know what I'm saying? You know?
Longhorn going Longhorn. What is this?
Let me ask you though, T, because the conversation yesterday was about legacies. And it was about if KD goes to Houston, would it water down his legacy? James weighed in, Rick weighed in, I weighed in, you haven't weighed in. Do you think KD going to Houston waters down his legacy? The reason I would say so is if you look at one-teamers, I think one-teamers are the greatest of guys because you just stayed on that one team for that one time, or at least staying on that one team for as long as possible. Obviously, in football, sometimes it's harder to do. Our money's not fully guaranteed. Our money is not as big as basketball players. But do you think it waters down his legacy going to Houston?
I do not. And I was thinking about this on a drive here this morning. KD is one of one. And when I say that, this is what I mean. What player in NBA history, from the start to the finish, has been the best player on every team he's ever played on. He might be the only one. He's been the best player from his rookie year to now. Every single team he's played on, he has been the best player every single year. And so how can you tarnish your legacy when that is the case? Get drafted to the Seattle Supersonics, who turned into the Oklahoma City Thunder. Best player on the team. Yeah. I leave and go to Golden State. I'm the best player on the team because before KD, Curry averaged 22. With KD, he averaged 26. So he actually got better. And then he leaves, goes to Brooklyn. He's the best player on the team. He leaves and goes to Phoenix. He's the best player on the team. Unless somebody takes a huge jump in Houston, he's the best player on the team. We've never seen a guy go from year one to the end, and you're the best player every single year of your career. We've never seen that.
It's well said.
It's incredibly well said.
Yeah.
To me, though, then it just begs the question of, like, what does best mean? Not best in the term of, like, most talented, but what's it getting you? Because that's my issue. For all these best players on the team for 17 years in the NBA, we got 2 championships, and the 2 championships came by joining the best team in basketball historically, a 73-win team. When LeBron was the best player on the team, everywhere he's been on, because I would suggest that's been the same thing for LeBron, maybe up until his 20th year this year, if you want to say it was Luka, that got LeBron 4 championships. That got LeBron 9 straight finals appearances. When Steph Curry was the best player on the team, and I would push back, but for the sake of time in the conversation, I'm not going to push back, Steph Curry being the best player on the team for the last 13 to 15 years, that got Steph Curry 4 championships, 2 of which he got without Kevin Durant. So for being the best player on the team for 17 straight years, where are the championships, plural, 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 to show for it? That's my tension.
He has 2 championships.
No doubt. 2 of which he got by joining the Golden State Warriors that were a 73-win team that won before him and that won after him, so was going to win regardless of whether he was there or not. You could argue, were they going to win those 2 when he were there? You can make that argument. Fine. I can't debate if they were. No doubt, right?
But he is going to have to win a championship with the Houston Rockets in the next 3 years. He's going to have to win a championship in the next 3 years with the Rockets. And I believe, on paper, who beating them? You the historian. Who beating them? You look at what he's their closer, Mariano Rivera. We all watch baseball. That's KD now. They didn't have that last year. They got the closer now. Who's beating them?
But here's why I hate this. Here's why I hate that statement, and not because TJ's saying it, because I made the same mistake the person to my right made. Remember, Kevin Durant joined the Brooklyn Nets 4 or 5 years ago. And when he joined the Brooklyn Nets, we saw Kyrie Irving, and we saw James Harden. And we all said to ourselves, who's beating them? And it's a fair question. Yeah. You joining Kyrie Irving and James Harden? We said that. Then everybody beat them. Then Kevin Durant joined the Phoenix Suns. And we said KD plus Book. Then we heard Beal. Wait a second. Beal done averaged 35 a game in a season before. Booker's dropped 70 in a game before. And Kevin Durant's the god. Who beating them? Everybody and their mama decided to beat them too. So now when you join Houston, T, I can't come on this same stage and the same podium in front of this same beautiful audience and suggest who's beating them. I don't know, maybe the same teams that's beat Kevin Durant the last 6 years?
Do you know why I say that? Is we just watched an NBA Finals where defensively it was something we hadn't seen in years. The Houston Rockets have that type of defense. They had those type of players. They had those type of guys that can play defense the same way Oklahoma City was playing defense, the same way the Pacers were playing defense, and they're young. They were just missing somebody that when we need a big shot, we know we can go to him at the end of the game.
And not only that, you can't do that to KD because we know how them situations played out.
Sure, I agree 1,000%.
You know what I'm saying? Kyrie wasn't playing. James Harden was in and out of the lineup. He ended up getting traded. So that was a mess in Brooklyn. And then when you get to the Suns, I mean, if you ask me, on the basketball court, KD held up his end of the bargain while how he played. Am I lying, Slick?
No, he played as well as he could. It was a bad idea to put that group together, but I can't discount the fact that KD wanted to go there. Like, he didn't see that that wasn't a good fit. He wanted to go to Brooklyn. He thought he could make something out of that, and he couldn't. I don't give a whole lot of value to what TJ, like, it is unique, and it is special that he's capable of going to 5 different teams and being the best player. But, like, he chose to do that. I think there's enough other players that could potentially do that, but they didn't find reason to go to 5 different teams. I don't know what KD is searching for, I know he had it at Golden State. I will push back on the idea that.
I thought it was just pushing back on T.
I'm pushing back.
Why are you pushing back on me?
I was very quiet here for a while, and I was collecting receipts. I got a lot to push back on here. One that I just, yes, it's unique that KD was that good on that many teams, or the best on that many teams, but it's part of being nomadic that other guys haven't found a need to be that way. The second part is, and I've always resisted this, is this idea that the Warriors were a championship team and KD just came on and carpetbagged on that. Because when he came on, they lost 2 starters, Harrison Barnes, Andrew Bogut. They lost their 2 best shot blockers, Andrew Bogut and Festus Ezeli. They lost their second and third rebounders, Andrew Bogut and Festus Ezeli. KD came on and had to, this was not the same team. They lost a number of their three-point shooters off the bench. KD had to come in and fill a lot of holes, and he did that. What made it unique is he didn't just come on as a scorer defensively.
Yeah.
He was their best rebounder.
Great.
He was their best shot blocker. Like, he did so many things to fill holes that team needed to fill to be a champion. So the idea that they were like a complete team, they were a 73-win team, and then he just came on and was the icing on the top is not accurate for what
I'll agree with that. But here's where I will disagree is when I think about the great Kevin Durant, first thing is regards to what James said. We all up here know too much about sports, and I trust you, the viewer, know too much about sports as well, to suggest the only responsibility of an athlete is to play the game. Not if you're the best player. If you're the best player, the responsibility of the athlete is not only to play the game, but to ensure that everybody around you can play the game to the best of their ability and also get the best of everybody around you. James does not just walk into here at 6:59 PST, get mic'd up, sit in his desk and do a show. Because that's not the responsibility of that. And y'all know good and gosh darn well, I don't do that. Because the responsibility of somebody isn't just to do what you see. I remember talking to my ENT doctor one time, had vocal cord surgery back in the day, and one of the charges was a high number. And I said, man, that's a lot of money. She said, you're not just paying for the visit. You're paying for all the schooling I went to. You're paying for all the med school I went to. You're paying for the residency. That's what you're paying for, not for the 10 minutes of treatment. In the same manner, Kevin Durant, you're not just giving us the 48 minutes of on the basketball court. You're giving us the conversation with Kyrie Irving at 11 o'clock when Kyrie's thinking, man, you know what? I don't really want to have a coach this year.
So his
bro.
legacy takes a hit because that's not him?
His legacy takes a hit because players do not become the best version of themselves when they play with Kevin Durant. Now, some of that onus has to be on the player. Bradley Beal, why'd you disappear this year? Devin Booker, why'd you not disappear this year, but why weren't you your maximal version? Kyrie Irving, all of a sudden you decide to get as distracted as you've ever been when you're with KD. Everything you're saying, T, because when you were saying, I was like, man, T's right. Like, this Houston team plays with tenacity, plays with grit, plays with effort, plays with energy. I instantly thought, I wonder how they'll play when KD shows up. I wonder how they'll play. Because last year they did. I don't know what they're going to do this year.
You know, I don't think that changes. Dylan Brooks brought a lot of that. But, man, did y'all see M.A.
Udoka?
Did you see him on the sideline? Yeah. He act like he ready to take his stuff off and put on a uniform or something. The way that he carries himself as a head coach, that's not changing.
But here's the thing. Remember, we saw what Monty Williams was doing with the Suns as a head coach for even longer, and they went to a championship.
But Monty Williams is like more reserved.
Agreed, but I'm suggesting this. KD shows up. Devin Booker, who up until that point had just kind of been a nice kind of killer. All of a sudden, Monty Williams gone, and Devin Booker want to tweet 36 unbothered. KD's number plus his jersey number. I'm like, Booker, when did you turn into a villain?
But how is
You've never been a villain.
How is that KD's fault, though?
To me, it's not KD's fault, but I do believe the best player has the responsibility to make sure. James, if you late every day, I got a responsibility to make sure, like, hey, Jay, I need you on time. James isn't late every day.
And I agree with that, but that's not the type of player KD is. And KD is a give me the ball, I am going to do my job. Yeah. Defensively, I am going to do my job. I'm not Chris Paul or Halliburton, and I'm finna create for everybody. And another thing is I think when people see KD come on their team, they instantly take the backseat. You seen it with Steph Curry and them. When the game was on the line, him, Clay, Dre, Kerr, all was looking for him. Everybody. When he shows up in the building, I believe naturally people take the back seat because that is KD. And that's how they play falls
Then
off.
don't you empower, and I'm going to say something, I'm going to say two things, and then Slick, finish it off. I have two thoughts. Number one, the best player, you don't have that luxury. If that's not in your DNA, you don't have that luxury. Quarterbacks, and you know this as a wide receiver, and you know it as a wide receiver, quarterbacks don't have the luxury to be like timid leaders, to be quiet leaders. They don't have the, it's just not his personality. Find it. The job of a quarterback is to be a galvanizer. You have told me explicitly how Aaron Rodgers would say, hey, Jay, just go make a play. Hey, Jay, Aaron Rodgers wasn't just throwing you beautiful passes. I'm sure Carson Palmer wasn't just throwing you balls. It's also saying stuff to you, texting you the night before. Hey, I trust you can beat Revis on this. Hey, I got to go to you. Hey, T, I'm going to you because Chad going to get double teamed. I got to go to you. So the job of a best player, in my summation and estimation, is to be more than just the talents.
And before Slick goes real quick, I understand that, Acho, but at the same time, I think throwing the ball to somebody is different than you can go get the ball on your own in basketball and do you. You don't need no motivation for somebody to go get. You've been getting a bucket before KD was there. I just don't know how we can blame that on Kevin Durant.
It's not so much getting a bucket, but you said every team he goes to, they look to him. All of us, whether it's our families, whether it's our coworkers, whatever situation we are in, when we're looked to do something, it may not be in our wheelhouse, but if we're asked to do it for the benefit of the group, we're going to try. And that's where I believe that KD has always taken the exit and said, that's not me. I don't do that. Okay, you may not, and it may not come natural to you, but you try because the team is looking to you to be that because of how talented you are. And when you reject doing that, then you leave your team at a loss, and I think it's why you don't see players always be their absolute best with KD. And this is the big difference for me between Steph and KD. If you're just talking about pure talent, I'm always going to, KD, pure talent, size, everything that he has, he's a better player than Steph. Steph, 10 times is a better leader. He makes those around him better, and he benefits from that. And to me, that is an asset he has that KD does not.
What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.